871 words, within the 900 plus or minus 5% target range. Here's the script. The TikTok algorithm is still shadow banning creators right now, and the FTC can't stop it. Somewhere inside ByteDance's servers, a scoring system is deciding in real time whose voice gets heard and whose gets buried. The Federal Trade Commission investigated. Lawmakers held hearings. TikTok swore under oath that the practice was reformed. And right now, tonight, videos are still vanishing from For You feeds without a single notification sent. Here's the internal system behind it, and the audit trail that proves it never actually stopped. Officially, TikTok's recommendation engine exists to protect users. It flags content that violates community guidelines, hate speech, harassment, misinformation, and reduces its reach instead of deleting it outright. That's the sanctioned version. Reduced visibility, not censorship. Company executives have testified to Congress, on record, that shadow banning, as the public imagines it, doesn't exist inside their platform. No creator is secretly punished. No topic is secretly suppressed. That's the official story, and it's the one written into every public transparency report the company has released since 2021, complete with charts showing moderation as a clean, rules-based process anyone can understand and appeal. But leaked internal moderation documents tell a different story. Internal teams use a classification called visible to self only, a state where a creator's video appears normal on their own device, gets its own view count, even shows up untouched in their profile grid. Everywhere else to everyone else, it's invisible. No error message, no policy strike, no appeal trigger fires because officially nothing happened. The creator has no way to know it happened at all unless they check analytics against a second, logged-out account and notice the gap. Former employees describe entire categories quietly throttled this way: political speech, body size, disability, chronic illness, and creators the platform's own risk models flag as borderline, a threshold nobody outside the company can see, define, or contest. The persistent identifier tied to your account carries that flag silently, across videos, across weeks, sometimes across months, and it's still running. In 2023, the FTC opened a formal inquiry into TikTok's data and moderation practices, citing potential violations of the FTC Act's ban on unfair and deceptive practices. Investigators demanded the visibility models. TikTok handed over partial documentation, enough to describe the system in general terms, not enough to expose the actual weighting logic underneath it. The agency issued no binding order forcing disclosure of the algorithm itself. And here's the part nobody reported. The regulator already knew creators were being throttled without notice years before the inquiry ever opened, because thousands of complaints had been filed directly through the FTC's own consumer portal since 2020. The case sat in a queue. The throttling continued the entire time, undisturbed. The reason the FTC can't force a fix is written into trade secret law. TikTok's recommendation weighting is classified as proprietary business information, protected the same way Coca-Cola protects its formula from disclosure. Regulators can request documentation of moderation policy, the rules on paper, the public-facing version, but they cannot compel disclosure of the underlying model weights, the actual mechanism deciding what gets suppressed and why. That's the loophole, and it's a wide one. The FTC can punish TikTok for lying about having a Shadowbans system. It cannot make TikTok turn the system off, because turning it off would require exposing code the company is legally entitled to withhold under the same statutes meant to protect consumers from exactly this kind of harm. Every telemetry handshake between your device and ByteDance's servers reports fresh engagement signals back into that same protected model, refining the suppression in real time, invisibly, continuously, and completely legally. Right now, as you're reading this sentence, that scoring engine is running the exact same evaluation it ran the day before the FTC ever opened a file. That means your own account already carries a score you will never be shown. Every video you've posted has been silently classified, amplify, hold, suppress, and the criteria updates continuously based on signals you don't control. Who reports you, what topics you touch, even what demographic group the model's face and voice detection associates with you. If your reach has quietly dropped and you have no idea why, this is why. There's no rejection letter. There's no support ticket that reveals it, no dashboard that shows the flag, no appeal process built for a punishment the company insists doesn't exist. The system was engineered specifically so you couldn't prove it happened to you, and that design choice survived a federal inquiry completely intact. So who actually benefits from a suppression system so opaque that even federal regulators can't crack it open? Not the users who lost their audience overnight with no warning and no recourse. Not the FTC, which spent years building a case it structurally could not finish. The company that built the wall stayed the only one holding the key, and the agency that was supposed to tear it down is still, right now, waiting on paperwork that trades secret law guarantees will never fully arrive. What is your account's score at this exact moment, and who decided you'd never be allowed to find out?